Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with fabulous concert programs, number 109, and it's number 2 in our survey of the Glazunov symphonies as feature items in each program. Now, these are programs that you will never hear live because they're far too interesting and adventurous, but you can play them at home and make your own concert series. So we're up to Symphony number 2. This is actually one of the lesser known of the Glazunov symphonies. Not that any of them are tremendously well known, but the first was so precocious and so tuneful and mellifluous that people would always be a little bit disappointed by the next one. But taken by itself, it's a lovely work. It's in like F minor or some key like that. I don't know, F sharp? No, it's F minor, I think. F sharp minor? It's in F and it's in a minor. And it's dedicated to Liszt. So the memory of Liszt. Liszt was dead by the time Glazunov wrote it. So I really think that it's only appropriate that we feature on the first half of the program, where you normally have the overture and the concerto, some Liszt, and on the second half of the program, Glazunov. And each program is kind of, well, they're kind of parallel. They do this, which is kind of nifty, as you'll see. So the first half starts with the Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody number 2, that of like Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny fame and all that. When was the last time you heard Liszt's second Hungarian Rhapsody? Everybody knows it. You know, everybody knows it. Sometimes they don't know who wrote it or where it's from, but you don't hear it. It never gets played, ever. I've never seen it programmed. It's like maybe one of you has. And it's delightful, and it's a great concert opener because everybody knows it. So people will come. And then we do more Liszt for the concerto, the second piano concerto, because everyone does the first piano concerto. I've only seen the second piano concerto played once. It was with Lazar Berman, and it was the Moscow Symphony was on tour. I think the conductor was Svetlanov. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And Berman played this piano. It was this Italian, was it a fagioli, like a bean, whatever, fagioli or beans, right? Fazzoli, whatever it was called. It was this enormous piano. It was like a stretch limo. You know, the hood, you know, the lid had 2 pieces, and it was like propped up by like a crane, and oh my God, was it loud. But the second piano concerto is, first of all, it's a little more substantial than the first. It's like 5 minutes longer, which is a good thing in this context, because you want a concert that gives people bang for their buck. And it's not well known, and it's really just as good. I mean, it really is. It's a fine work, a little bit more ambitious than the first even, and fun to listen to. So we'll do the second piano concerto for a change, and maybe people will be interested. Who knows? I mean, I'm pretending that this is an actual live performance. Then there's an intermission. So the first half had a Rhapsody Fantasia type thing, right? And the second half also has a Rhapsody Fantasia like thing, followed by the work in classical-ish form. So the Fantasia Rhapsody type thing is Glazunov's Finnish fantasy. It's really cool. It's like 15 minutes long, and it's really colorful, and it's fun, and it's full of good tunes, and nobody knows it, and it doesn't sound anything like Sibelius. So, I mean, you know. But it's based on tunes that must have come from Finland somewhere, and it's delicious. Glazunov actually did a lot of ethnic stuff. You know, he did 2 overtures on Greek themes. He did a Slavic Rhapsody or Slavic thing. He did an Oriental thing. He did there's you know, he like all the places he never visited, he wrote music about. And then we do Symphony number 2, which is a touch more austere than the Finnish fantasy. But very tuneful, and it's in a minor key. It adds some shades, some nuance, you know, some shades of, you know, it's not a tragedy to triumph kind of piece. Its minor key is not tragic and, you know, breastbeating. It's more quasi-heroic and kind of, you know, just what's the word? Ebullient. It's kind of, the minor key is used as spice. You know, a way to liven the recipe, to perk it up, because it's a very energetic work. The Scherzo particularly is really vibrant, and it's the only movement that has extra percussion. It has a bass drum and cymbals in it, and nowhere else in the symphony. Usually you hear like percussion in the finale or maybe a triangle in the Scherzo, but Glazunov sort of adds weight by adding those extra instruments, and it's a really effective thing. And the finale works very, very well, and it's not terribly long. I mean, Glazunov symphonies are normal symphonic length, Beethoven symphonic length, meaning, 30 to 35 minutes, basically. So you've got room for the fantasy, and the symphony makes a wonderful conclusion. It's absolutely terrific. So you've got Liszt, the rhapsodic and the classical, and Glazunov, the rhapsodic fantastic and the classical, with the classical symphony dedicated to Liszt. I mean, somehow it all just has such synergy. So I hope you enjoy this program. Give it a shot at home. I think you'll find it balances out really, really well and makes for some lovely listening. And you'll have a good time doing the Hungarian Rhapsody again for maybe the first time in a million years that you've listened to it. It's wonderful fun. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.